Hi everybody, Julie Ebersol for EllenHudson.com, and today I'm going to be sharing some of our favorite finds from Creativation 2018. Versafine has been a longtime favorite ink of ours, and it's a pigment ink that is faster drying, but you can also emboss it. And this year at the show, Imagine Crafts has released what appears to be an improved version of the original formula, and they're calling it Versafine Claire. And we were pleased to discover that it stamps every bit as crisply as the original formula. Deeply saturated inks. It is quicker drying, but also embossable. And what's great about Versafine Claire is it comes in a great range of basic colors. So you have pretty much the whole rainbow there at your disposal. So look for this coming soon to the shop. The Gemini Junior by Crafter's Companion is an electric die cutting machine that is different from an electronic machine. It does not hook up to your computer or anything like that. It doesn't work on Wi-Fi. But basically, it's like having a manual die cutting machine with an electric motor built in. So basically, you take your die cutting sandwich, you insert it into the machine, and it automatically grabs a hold of it and feeds it through the machine. You do not have to press the forward feed button. You can just kind of let go and it takes over for you. There's also a reverse button on it, so you can send the die cut back through towards you if you want to. But this is great for those of you like me who have tendonitis and turning that crank handle kind of gets old after a while. It's going to work beautifully with your intricate dies. Can't wait to show you more as soon as we get this in our hands. And I've got a little video clip showing you Carissa Wiley at Creativation. She sat down at the booth and gave it a test run, and we were all impressed with how this machine handled cutting through multiple layers of felt.
Machine. Like you're giving it an offering.
I'm giving you an offering.
And just give it a little push and it'll take it from you. Push it. Yeah, and it'll take it. And then you'll hear this bone crunching awful sound, but that just means that the die is going into the base plate. Pull it out the other side. And then if you've ever cut felt before, you know it can be finicky, like hairy sometimes.
Yes.
And how many layers did we do there?
3.
So I've done up to 8.
Wow.
So
and is this like top of the line wool felt?
No,
or
this is cheap from Michael's.
Okay, that makes a difference.
I know.
Now, last year, as we were on our way, literally, out the door to catch a plane home, we spied out of the corner of our eye this brand new line of clear stamps called Flora and Fauna. And we didn't have a chance at that moment to really check it out. But as soon as we got home, we looked into it. We were delighted to discover that Flora and Fauna is based out of Seattle. And we immediately got them into the shop. They are a really fun, hand-drawn, very quirky, whimsical line of stamps with very fun coordinating dies. So we're really looking forward to bringing more of Flora and Fauna into the shop. We were also very excited to see all the buzz and excitement as people were embracing this super fun line. Some of you may already be familiar with the Brutus Monroe black embossing powder, which has a unique formula. It is not wax-based. So you don't end up with all those little speckles of black embossing powder all over your images when you're trying to do some heat embossing. And the great thing about this powder, it is now available in some great colors. So we're going to be bringing those into the shop along with the Brutus Monroe embossing ink pad, which interestingly enough, you can stamp your images and walk away, go have lunch, come back, pour your embossing powder over the top, and it's going to stick. So that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. Now, you know how we all love to sparkle and glimmer and shine, and Tonic has some great products for that. And they introduced a brush pen that's called the Midas Touch, and it is fabulous. I could not even do it justice with the photos here. The sparkle and shimmer in the light is phenomenal. So this is going to be a great way to add a lot of dazzle very easily and quickly to your projects. Also debuting at the Tonic Studios booth is the brand new Glass Media Mat by Tim Holtz. It is tempered glass. It's black. It measures 14 by 23 inches, which is a really nice work surface space. It has a zero centering ruling guide, and it's actually printed on the back side of the glass, so you never have to worry about any of that getting worn away. It'll be there permanently. And also to the right-hand side is an area that measures about 7.5 by 11, and it is a white area that shows white underneath the glass, and that surface there is for mixing things like maybe you want to take your water-based markers or water-based ink pads and press them against that surface there and lift up the color with a water brush to do some watercolor painting. The great thing about this glass mat as well, it comes with a non-stick white craft sheet that is backed with silicone, so it can sit right on top of that surface for other mediums that you may want to use on the non-stick mat, but you can also peel it away very easily, and that silicone backing will keep it from, you know, slipping and sliding around on you while you're working. There are also media tools that are available separately, like a T-square type ruler that has a metal edge side for doing you know, cut work with your X-Acto knife, and it also has a tapered edge on the other side for when you need to do some precision pencil marking and things like that. So look forward to working with this new glass work surface. When we stopped by Thermal Web, we were excited to see some clear designer toner sheets and designer stencils. And these are clear acetate sheets that you can actually, they withstand heat. So you can apply all the different colors of beautiful foils to them and send them through your laminating machine or your Mink to get that great foiled effect on those clear acetate sheets. There's also some really fun fancy foils by Gina K. And she also introduced a line called Stampin Foil that has coordinating stamps and pre-printed papers that feature images printed on there that you can actually use the foils over the top of and send through your laminator. And they're all designed to coordinate together. Very ingenious system. Hands down, one of our absolute favorite finds at the show was Alexandra Renke. This line is based out of Germany, features some intricate and stunning stencils, dies, and stamps that we just couldn't get enough of. They are very sophisticated, have a wonderful European style, and I know that we were just literally over the moon to have found them. Can't wait to get them in the shop, and if this is kind of your genre, you are going to go nuts when you get these in your hands. Studio Katya has some delightful stamps and dies, and we were tickled to death to find their embellishments. They have some of the most gorgeous, sparkling, iridescent embellishments, sequins and other types of bubble drops to add to your projects. They are just going to be amazing, so we can't wait to get those in and start playing with those. Fawn released a fantastic rainbow paper pad collection that we were just ecstatic over. And of course, they have some adorable front and back critter stamps that are going to be fun to play with. But what really stole the show at their booth is over here on the left. It's a pivot die, and it's got these little ducks on it here. You can see in the example over there on the left. But I've got a little video clip that I took from our Insta stories that show it in action. It's a boomerang, and I slowed it down a little bit. Chris and I kept playing with it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. People are never going to stop playing with this thing. It's so cute. So those were our favorite fabulous finds from Creativation 2018, but we couldn't end this video without sharing some of the other great things we saw coming out from some of our favorite companies. Hero Arts released a collection of liquid watercolors that come in these fun glass vials with the little dropper tubes. And they've got some brand new nesting dies, stamps, of course, and a couple of background stamps and stencils that are just really fun. When we got to Pink Fresh Studio, we kind of started squealing because we love that new unicorn stamp set. And of course, it has coordinating dies. And they've got some really fun, delicate floral dies that come in a set of 6. And of course, a whole slew of brand new stamps that are going to be fun to play with. The other thing we noticed is that they have started putting ideas for using the stamps on the back of the packaging. So you have some ideas for how to use those stamp sets right out the gate, which is a great idea. Also coming to the shop is Sunny Studio. This is a brand new line for us that has some adorable stamps and, of course, coordinating dies and complementing dies. There was a lot of squealing when we got to waffle flower stamps and dies. It is always fun to see the crazy awesome illustration work of Helen Dardick, Flora and Liz, Camo, Big Bear and Bird come to life in rubber stamps. And the samples that the design team created were just so inspiring. Lots of fun. Can't wait to play with these. Our friends over at Concord and Ninth continue to surprise and delight us with their innovative turnabout stamps and coordinating dies. And we're also excited to see they've got a brand new paper line that's a resist paper that has pre-printed designs on it that you can apply wet mediums over the top like watercolors, or you can sponge ink over the top and it will resist that. So these are going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. Impression Obsession has some fantastic new releases coming from Dina Cowell, Tara Caldwell, and Elisa Baker. We were super thrilled with the direction they were taking with these very sophisticated botanical images and can't wait to get our hands on those. Altenew, famous of course for their beautiful floral designs, is going to be introducing more that coordinates the stamps and the dies with needlepoint work, and I was over the moon to see the gorgeous translation of those beautiful floral images into washi tapes and all ranges of sizes and patterns that coordinated beautifully together. Avriel released a beautiful palette of liquid watercolors as well as a collection of superfine detail embossing patterns that you can never get enough of in your basic metallics and black and white. And of course, along with their stamps and dies, there was one set in particular that just cracked us up and we just had to include a shot of it here. And it's these cheeky little gals hanging out by the pool with their floaties, and it still cracks me up every time I look at it. Also coming to the shop are Katherine Pooler stamps and dies, along with an assortment of her water-based dye ink pads. These ink pads feature a very unique gel foam pad surface that does not leave a textured impression on your stamps when you're inking up. So those are going to be really cool and spiffy to play with. We hope you've enjoyed this look at some of our fabulous finds at Creativation 2018. To be notified of when things start rolling into the shop, please be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and to see more of our papercraft videos, just click on the photos below or subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.